Misty Meredith with Springfield Business Journal, and I'm here today talking to Elle.
Hi, I'm Elle Feldman. I'm the owner of Elle's Patisserie, chocolatier, or I like to call myself the truffle fairy.
All right, Elle, we just have a few questions for you today about the patisserie. What inspired you to start the patisserie?
Well, it actually grew kind of on its own. I've always baked as a child, growing up with the women in my family and extended family and aunts, and baking is just something I love to do, and I actually didn't think I was a good cook, but it is chocolate. Baking with chocolate is my thing, and I've done it as a hobby. And before this, I was an esthetician and do facials, and we were trying to figure out what to do for Valentine's Day, so we decided to give out handmade chocolates and truffles for Valentine's Day with our spa packages. And they voted on me to make the truffles. And I was a little intimidated, thinking, well, I don't really do that. I just do it for friends and family. But I did, and it was a hit. And people kept calling and asking, where did you get those truffles? And I said, I made them. And they wanted to buy them for weddings, for their clients, and events. And I just really started doing it like that. It was a hobby, cottagey kind of business that started out of my home.
That's amazing. So the shop is inspired, design and decor and name are clearly inspired by a trip to France.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I think I've always had an interest in everything French. I think the word is francophile, maybe.
Yes.
And since middle school, actually, I've had an interest and desire. Yeah. So it was really a dream of mine, and it was before I even had this business. When I was an esthetician, I went to Provence for an aromatherapy and skincare training, and so I just got to combine all my passions, and I took photos, obviously, and when I came back here and the business, the candy business, the truffle business, started growing bigger, and I needed a space. I rented space in a coffee shop first and used their kitchen. Then we bought this building, and at first we thought we were going to paint the building brown, like a big piece of chocolate, but when we drove by, it looked like a UPS truck, and it really wasn't very appealing. I could go on and describe more things that it looked like that were not appealing. So a friend of mine's husband, I thought he was making fun of me. He's like, oh, you like purple, you like lavender, why don't you paint it lavender? And I'm like, oh, he's making fun of me. And then I thought of this picture from Provence where they're known for their shutters there and their amazing colors. And I thought, oh yes, I have this picture of this purple color with the garage door and the shutters, and I ran home and I looked at it and I said, that's the color, and that's the color of our building, and that's really where our inspiration started, with the decor and the theme.
Lately there's been kind of a movement towards like more handcrafted, more local in all aspects of retail, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen a lot of that? Have you felt a lot of that from customers?
Yeah. And, we're coming back to the way things were. You know, when I was younger, I still was able to go to local bakeries in my hometown in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Old European grandmas still doing it. You know, it seems like the rise of supermarkets really kind of put handmade business out of business. And it's I call it edible art. It's very laborious what we do. It's hard work. You have to have a passion. There's not a huge profit margin on it. And, you could do two things. You can do handmade items, boutique like I do, or you can mass produce them and, use less great ingredients. But yeah, so there's definitely, we were kind of on the verge of that, actually, because I've been doing this for 8 years now, and it's definitely so many more people are making things by hand, and clients demand it and they want it. You can tell the difference. They're always so surprised at how good it tastes, and I just am humbly saying, well, it's just because I just made it like this morning or yesterday. Yeah.